question.
Yeah. Very good, Kit.
I appreciate that question. I'll make
That's a
one.
former panelist.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, can we get your name after the show? No. Just one comment about that. I think when we talk about that competition thing, I find that really interesting because and money, right? So when you have you have money that you're donating, like you said, and you're not quite sure who to donate it to because you want to make sure it's being used in the right area. Think about these nonprofits that we have, all these nonprofits in Midland, and there's a pool of money that they write grants for. And Midland has many different pools like that, but all of these nonprofits are all writing money, writing grants for those pools. What would happen if they worked together, right, collectively, and I think about the 3 nonprofits that are out there right now, and we have 3 of them that are amazing organizations. What if instead of them competing for the funding, what if they worked together on something and used that funding for all 3 of them, and collectively it would be a greater service for our community, right? Does that make sense? So that's the way my brain goes is, yes, we do compete. We're always competing. One nonprofit's competing against another. One person's competing against another person for a better job or more time off or, a scholarship.
Yeah.
So.
I think competition can sometimes be good.
I love competition.
It could be because I'm a competitive person.
I am too.
It could be because I'm a competitive person, but I don't take credit for that. I think it's genetics. It's like this couple generations down, I'm telling you. But with regards to like things like I watched a movie today with my father. Some of you may have seen it. It's new. It's called The Boys in the Boat, and it's about the 1936 Berlin Olympics and this rowing team that got there. And so one thing I think about with global competitions, I think about the Olympics, and I think about how many children dream. I swam as a child, and I dreamed of the Olympics and how great it would be to be on that stage one day and to compete. But I think that drives hundreds of thousands of children's dreams, as little children to, watch the Olympics, whether it's the Summer Olympics or the Winter Olympics. And I think that there's so many different countries there that it's beautiful to see all the flags and the lightings of the torches and the different things. So I think sometimes competition can be a good thing, and another time competition can be a good thing is every year the Midland Area Community Foundation puts on Give Local Midland in May, and it gets nonprofits to compete against each other to raise the most funds, but it also gives the ability to raise, when you're donating, it'll say, do you want to donate to just one nonprofit or 2 or 3? And so you can donate to, I think it's up to 3 nonprofits at one time, but there's all these nonprofits there that people have never heard of, and they're published by different causes like animals or family or housing, things like that. But it raises so much money, and each year it's gotten bigger and bigger, and we've been able to raise more money and include more nonprofits and provide more services for people in the Midland community. So I think that kind of competition is good. So I understand there are bad parts of competition, but I also think there are good parts of competition that raise us up to compete against each other for the greater good, to help each other out, and to want to achieve something, and to motivate each other to be like, well, I contributed $5. Did you contribute your $5? I contributed $10. Did you contribute your $10? So I think there are some good facets of competition.
Yeah.
Locally
Yes.
or otherwise.
It can be
Yeah, I
healthy.
agree.
So true.
Healthy competition. I love competition. I love it.
Yeah, competition is
Very
great.
competitive.
Yeah. Just think of all the inventions that have occurred
Yeah,
because of
yeah.
competition, the internet, and still competition going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And I think it's a perfect gift from God to make us all unique, and we have different roles we play in society. So I love it.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome. Another question? Thank you.
This is not as much a direct question as much as a contemplation or an encouragement. So we've talked a lot about today about what are you going to do to create a change? Are you going to go volunteer for an hour at the shelter house? Are you going to hold the door open for somebody else? And I'm sure many people in the audience have got out their notebook, when do I have time in my schedule? I'm gonna do this, and then you'll go do it and check it off the box. And I recall a time in my life when I was in college, and I was all for volunteering, still always have been all for volunteering, but I loaded up my schedule with so much volunteering.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you could.
And I was up at 4:30 in the morning to help the basketball team at college until about noon. Then I had my college classes. Then I came back. I coached my high school's football team. And then when I'd go back to campus, if there were paper towels missed by the trash can, I would get a paper towel and then I'd pick them all up, put them in the trash. And I remember one day when I was coaching, I was kind of lashing out at my players. When I got home, I was, very ornery with my parents. And it took me a while, but then it's like, by volunteering this much, am I actually making a difference in these people's lives? Or am I actually transferring more anger because I've just overloaded my schedule? And so what I want to challenge you guys on is not so much what you do, but how you do it. And researchers have done different studies, and they realize that the electrical field from emotions is far stronger than your thoughts or your words. So yes, it's good to volunteer. I encourage you to do that. I encourage you to carve out time with specific actions you can take in your schedule. But oftentimes, life will present you with the situations to volunteer without you needing to look at them. And if you focus on living your entire life from a heartfelt center, these opportunities seem to come out of nowhere, and you can't help but say no to them. So rather than merely focusing on specific action steps, allow yourself to be pure on the inside in whatever you do, and naturally you will extend that to the world around you. So once again, this is more of a contemplation, more of an encouragement rather than a direct action. But I highly encourage you to focus on every movement you make it with purity, make it in alignment, and trust and have faith that everything else will fall into place. And by so doing, once you start with yourself, it'll organically, naturally, and authentically extend into the lives of those around you. And then once they are changed, it'll extend into the community, and that's how that ripple effect starts. But it all starts with you and how you do what you do versus the actual things that you do.
No, I agree with that. The whole quality over quantity, right, and balance in life, I agree with that. Because people do stuff all the time to do it. And, where is it coming from in the heart? So, yes, I agree with that. Thank you. Another question?
Hello. So I just want to say I'm really happy for a Friday evening. I saw this on Facebook, so thanks social media.
Welcome.
My comment, and I really enjoyed my time, I work for hospice, so I'm surrounded and exposed to a lot of death by nature. But living in the world that we're in right now, I think we want to do good, and we want to be great at doing good. We want to be kind to each other, but it's so difficult that I feel the most important thing that we could have for ourselves and for others is just time. Because money is a very difficult thing to really gauge how we're helping people. And I think even our exposure with each other, seems sometimes not as important, but just taking the time for ourselves and for others, not just with the actions that we do, but the way that the universe works, I think, it's so amazing. I've been exposed to a lot of people who had passed, and them sharing those minuscule events that
Yeah.
led them exactly where they were in front of me, and they were telling me all these stories, and it seems so insignificant, but those little things that they told other people and how that influenced them to actually pursue other things. And sometimes the inaction and the lack of decision, because we're in a culture also where we're forced to have a response to everything and just more reactive versus taking the time to actually see how things are going to unfold. I think we're all getting into that impatient period too, where we just have to do things because a decision has to be made, but allowing things to unfold while not losing our own opinion and also taking a voice when it's really needed. It's a challenge every day because I like advocating for things that I care about, but then also advocating to those who are not willing to listen and needs to take the time to open up to me to actually speak to them is something that I'm still in the process of learning. So this has been very enlightening. So I feel like, like the duality of life, and maybe it's more than just duality. Everything is so complex that like there's no right or wrong in a lot of things. It's circumstantial.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
being open to the idea that what's good for us or what's good for others requires a lot of sacrifice and restraint.
Yeah.
Because there are people that really need to make those tough decisions. It doesn't mean they're bad. It doesn't mean they don't care about us. It's just something that has to happen, and we just have to be gracious about that because they're taking that big sacrifice of being the bad and the evil of the world for now, but the greater picture of the greater good maybe will happen 10 years or 100 years in the future. So I don't know, but this is amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Whoever shared this on Facebook, I'm grateful.
Me too. We'll take, did you want to say something, Courtney? Yeah. Then we'll take
Thank
one
you
more
for being a
question.
hospice worker, because
Yeah.
that's probably one of the jobs that I would say supports the greater good. So thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's tough work. Thank you. Yes. We'll take one more question. We have time for one more, or a comment. Or we don't have one more.
I have a question.
Okay.
Are we gonna get introductions before we go?
Introductions of?
The pianos?
Nope, we don't do that. So, and I've shared this at other events. Sorry.
So you mean I have to go meet these people by myself?
Yes. Do the work. We have to do. We don't give bios. We don't talk about why the person was chosen, because this is an example of real life, right? We meet people at jobs or at the bus. We don't have bus stops here, but at different places, and
Dollar ride stops everywhere.
they don't have the same kind of bus stops.
But not all the time.
Not all the time, or too early, too late. That's a whole other conversation. But they're doing for the greater good. So, but yeah, we encourage people to meet people where they're at, and because sometimes if I say this person is a doctor of whatever, we come in with this type of thought process, prejudgment of what they should think, what they should say, and if they don't say it right. So if we just meet each other as we are, I think that it allows us to open up more and be free to not subscribe to a ideology that somebody else has about us. So you have to go out afterwards and get a cupcake and introduce yourself and talk to them on your own. So we are gonna stop here. And I told myself I wasn't gonna get emotional, but this has been a year-long series. I am so proud of us. We have talked to so many people. We have had so many reflections that people have had and literally changed their lives. Like, people have said that they started talking to people they haven't talked to in a while, and they connected with people on the panel that they thought they would never sit down and talk to, but because of having these open conversations and being in a space that's less judgment and more grace, people have decided to create friendships. And so I'm proud of us, and I'm proud of our team, and our MC is going to talk about that a little bit more. But I want to say I'm thankful to the Midland Area Community Foundation for partnering with us to allow this to happen. Grace A. Dow for doing it, and I'm saying what you're saying, I'm sorry, but I'm just so excited because over a year ago, this was kind of conceptualized, and to see it happen, right? And see the community come out and support has just done my heart like good. So I appreciate it, and now I'm crying. So yeah.
Thank you, Erin.
And, yes, oh, and I'm so happy to have the Dow students here. So I work with the leadership team for the last, what has it been, 3 years, 2 years? I don't know. And to have them here today has done my heart good too. So I appreciate them being here and advocating for it. So we want to, who won? Zaylee won. Well, all three of you all come up real quick so we can get a picture. And then Mr. Holman, you can come on and do the, so we want to award them this check. Isn't this so cute? I got this all dinner. I'm so excited about it.
Which one was
We're gonna take a picture with our check here. So you all come take a picture because you all win this. Y'all, I could this was not gonna come in time, and I was so disappointed. I want you all to take it. You three. We have our photographer. Bree, can you take a picture of me, please? So Zaylee won the Bridge Food Center. No, I want you all three to still take a picture together because you all work together. You come up if you can. Yeah, get on up here. You can. We love you, Bree. We love you. Get closer. There we go. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, good job. You all can just take it to the side. We'll get you the real check, okay? Oh, you can hear me. So I really appreciate them being here. This is really an important project. You know, when you do things like this, it really teaches leadership, of course, but also community engagement and advocacy, right? We all should be advocating for something we should be passionate about and proud of. So, Mr. Holman, take it away. I'll stop.
I just want to say that you know, a couple times ago when I was emceeing one of these, and at the end I just came up and I just said, wow, because of the impact that I felt. And tonight, I just wanted to say, I was sitting down there and I just had so many different emotions come across me. Some was happiness, some was sadness, some was frustration, but it was all good. And I think that's the beauty of what we're getting from here tonight, and something like this. So let's give them all a round of applause. One of the things Erin asked me to do is just thank the ones who helped to put this on. The Breaking Bread Village really is a team. And it really takes a village, a team, to carry out this production. I know I say it after every event, but I truly do mean this, because these people are volunteering and helping out from the goodness of their hearts. First of all, I just want to thank Cam and Marie for that beautiful entertainment. I don't know if they're still in here or not.
Oh, just awesome. That was good.
But also, I just want to point it out that they come here with some backup support. Some parents are sitting right over there. Thank you very much for that. They'll come and support their children. And our sound team. You don't hear it, you don't see them back there, but Jared and Adam and the Trias Media do a fantastic job. And for our photography, you know, we usually say Alexa, but Alexa couldn't be here with us tonight, but we got Brianne from Kookaburra Photography. Thank you very much. The Breaking Bread Village team of Melissa, Anna, Danielle, Mo, Syed, thank you all. And Garland, thank you for what you do. Midwest Mo Industries, thank you. And then thank you to this panelists. We got Jackie, we got Nate, we got Emily, we got Trishna, Courtney, and Reverend Stone. I just don't feel comfortable saying Billy. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I just couldn't help myself.
I understand.
But one of the things that you know, Erin tried to do, I think, is have a high school student on each one of the panels. And I've been so impressed with every one of those high school students. All the panels are doing good. Mm-hmm. But for the high school students and the quality of high school students we've had on these panels has just been outstanding. And Emily has done just as well tonight. Just give her a hand of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And like Aaron said, we've been at this for a year now, and this is the last part of the including you, but it doesn't stop there. You keep going forward. There are 5 sessions scheduled for this year, right, in this big venue. It's called a series called We Are. The next series is going to be on March 19th, and it's called We Are Aware. And I usually say to the audience, you have a job. And I'm going to say that tonight as well. You do have a job. Your job is, one is to come back. The other one is, I said, bring somebody with you. And I said someone who does not look like you, but I'm going to change that. Say someone that's more diverse than you. And that means in physical appearance, thinking, open-mindedness, because that is one of the ways how we help change as well. Having diverse people, having these kind of conversations in our community, it will help out as well. So thank you all very much. I think Aaron already thanked the Midland Area Community Foundation, the Midland Coalition, Grace A. Library for being great hosts. But once again, thank you all. Somebody said this is a Friday night and we got a good audience out here tonight. Yes, that is great, Friday night. So I just want to say to the audience, be safe. Thank you for coming out. Be safe getting home. Have a good night.
Good night.